Hi, my name is Kelly, and today I am going to be talking about Peter Bruegel the Elder and his artworks throughout his time. Hi, my name is Kelly, and today I am going to be talking about Peter Bruegel the Elder and his artworks throughout his time. Peter Bruegel the Elder was among the most significant artists of Dutch and Flemish Renaissance painting. He was known for his landscapes and peasant scenes, and he was a pioneer in making both types of subject the focus in large paintings. He died September 9th, 1569. The first painting we have here is actually one of Bruegel's best-known paintings, The Landscape with the Fall of Icarus, which was painted in 1558, and it incorporates a landscape in the foreground with a stretching horizon. You can see the shepherd glancing towards the sky, a fisherman with his back to the viewer casting his net at the water's edge. This story actually surrounds the death of Icarus. As you can see, a farmer is plowing his field, pushing a horse. Icarus wanted to fly really badly, so he constructed wings out of wax and feathers, but unfortunately the sun was too bright and ended up melting his wings, leading to the fall into the sea, which you can see on the bottom right, a splash in the water 2 feet above the water, which is Icarus falling. The fight between Carnival and Lent is one of Bruegel's more chaotic paintings that was created in 1559. It represents two festivals closely aligned in the early modern calendar. It was Bruegel's way of depicting the contrast between Lenten virtue and Carnival vice, crowded with active figures. The painting can be divided into two parts. As you can see to the left, a drunk fat man is sitting on a barrel, which personifies Carnival. He is balancing a chicken pot pie on his head while his right hand waves a heavily laden spit towards his opponent. To the right we have Lent depicted as a gloomy thin woman sitting on a chair wearing a basket as her helmet and a baker's shovel decorated with two fried fish as her weapon. Her companions are carrying pretzels, which is a Lenten snack. This painting has a symbolic representation of sin and piety, where Bruegel presents the spirit of the carnival as a force of rebellion and subversion. The Tower of Babel is a structure surrounded by a landscape dotted with tiny figures, some of which are marching while others toil at the scaffolds along its sides. To the right there are ships unloading building materials. This one is one of three paintings Bruegel had created around the biblical tale of the Tower of Babel. Bruegel depicts the dangers of overreaching ambition when men wanted to build a building so high that it could reach the heavens, which God forbid, and curse the builders so that they are unable to communicate in the same language. Bruegel also made it clear that all the power and wealth that people have is nothing before God, and he shows this as the bottom left corner, where there is a king ordering the building of this monument and the workers are bowing down and carving stone. But as this is happening, the tower is failing at his request. The Hunters in the Snow is a snow-covered landscape. It is one of a series of paintings that Bruegel created to depict different seasons of the year. To the left, you can see three hunters leading their dogs through a beautiful village, winter trees dominating the left-hand side, and along with the direction of the hunter movement leads the eye towards the busy scene at the center, a happy gathering of people on a frozen river. In the background you can see the buildings and snow-covered mountains. This artwork demonstrates Bruegel's natural ability to capture the spirit of the natural world. In fact, Bruegel made a profound impact on the development of modern art because he was able to create a convincing representation of the coldness, the silence, and the torpor of the winter landscape. The wedding dance is one of Bruegel's life-affirming scenes of a peasant matrimony that is crowded with happy drunk people who are enjoying themselves. In the background, there is a table with food while the guests are dancing and drinking, forming a circle which fills the center space of the composition. This painting is one of Bruegel's creations, showing rural peasants in scenes of celebration and spare time. Bruegel was one of the few that did not create peasants as figures of mockery and considered them drunk and prone to violence. This decision of Bruegel's drew attention to the working man and woman for the first time in art history. The Conversion of Paul is a painting that was created in 1567. It is a painting with a landscape of many mountains. It moves at a diagonal sweep from the center foreground to the right background. A crowd of people, including many soldiers in the armor, swarm into a gap. Although this painting is nominally focused on the biblical story of St. Paul's conversion, Bruegel departs from the conventional painterly approaches to religious narrative by making the landscape and the mass of humanity populating it the central subject of the work. The Blind Leading the Blind is a painting that reflects Bruegel's ability to create captivating allegory works based on both religious gospels and common expressions of general truths. It illustrates a passage found in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke that goes, "And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch." Although it depicts the biblical passage of the man falling after another, this painting stands out due to its earthy color palette that departs from Bruegel's typical range of colors. This painting involves brighter colors, as does his use of tempera paint, which allows a less saturated appearance than oil. And these are my citations. Thank you.